If you want next December to look totally different, more cash flow, less chaos, and a store that's actually running smoothly without you, start now. Can you believe it's December? We're already here. Crazy, right? Welcome to the Richer Retailer. This is the state of retail in December. Today's title is Make Every Customer Count, and we're going to talk exactly about how to do that. Oh, I'm so grateful to have you here. I've talked to so many of our clients already this month, and the theme that I keep hearing is that things are steady. The thumbs are buying, so that's great. And the other shoppers are being careful. So just to refresh your memory, in case you aren't sure, we always talk about how if you hold up your two hands in front of yourself and wiggle all of your fingers, and that's 10, right? So out of 10 customers that come in through your door or to your website, put down your fingers, leave up your thumbs, your two thumbs. 2 out of 10, that's 20%. 20% of your customers, the thumbs, are responsible for 80% of your business. It is true every time. These two thumbs are responsible for 80% of your business. Now, if you open your hands up and wiggle your fingers in and put your thumbs in, and you've just got these 8 fingers, these are the people who are in your face about how things are cheaper other places or whatever, or this really be so expensive, or I could buy it cheaper on Amazon. These people, these 8 people, are only 20% of your business. So just don't forget that. Like, that's the whole thing. We're talking about the thumbs. The thumbs are still buying. And the pinkies, I'll talk about them in a second. The pinkies are your sale customers. They're the people we care about. And then, of course, I have to tell you the funny story about being at this event for Yarn Stories. Was an all-day workshop I did. And then after I talked about this whole thing, about the hands and the pinkies and the thumbs. And then afterwards, these women come up to me and says, Cathy, you forgot about one very important customer. I said, well, what is it? And then they held up their fingers and their middle fingers and said, the middle finger customers. Of course I did, because we all have some of those, but that's not who we're talking about today. We're not letting them ruin anything for us. We're talking about the thumbs. And so the thing that's great news is that it means that you have the opportunity to lead the energy in the stores. Your thumbs are buying, so that's going to continue to be encouraging, right? And it's the other people who are just being a little cautious, right? So no big deal. So you just have to make sure that you're taking super good care of yourself so that you can lead the energy in the store, so that you have the energy to keep everyone hyped and pumped up. A big job, I know, but when you're intentional with your own time, you can do it. If you need any help, I'm RETAILMavens on everywhere, so don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help. So you can set the tone. And this whole episode is actually about how to help you create more of your own momentum and to close the year with confidence, no matter what the numbers say. All right, so let's get into the trends and shifts about what's happening. Here's what I've seen in our community, as well as what I've done, what the research says is happening nationally. So the thumbs, like I already said, your best customers, that they're still buying. And so just do whatever, keep reaching out to them, keep doing whatever you need to do to keep them engaged, and let's see how you can help them. The other customers are feeling a little, inflation fatigue is the phrase that I kept reading. And they are tending to stick a little closer to essentials, but sometimes buying slightly nicer versions of essentials. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing to think about. What I have seen, I saw it in November. And so for sure, this is just the beginning of December, but I saw it all through November, is that overall items per sales are down. Overall items per sale are down. The number of items sold in a sale are down. How you come up with that number is you look at the number of items sold and you divide it by the number of sales you had. And that'll tell you the number of items per sale. And so what I saw happen was that they're buying fewer items in general. In general, you're selling fewer items per sale. But the average item price has gone up because of tariffs. Right? So it's so interesting because the National Retail Federation says that holiday spending is predicted to grow about 3.7 to 4.2% year over year. However, I believe that that growth, it's not growth, it's really increased prices due to the tariffs. And so it's exactly, the NRF said exactly what I've seen, which is that many buyers are reducing the number of items they purchase. That's what I've seen. I haven't seen that they've been trading down because the average item price continues to rise. So that is certainly what continues to happen. But what I want you to know is that this is where strategy beats slump. Strategy beats slump. You need to focus on increasing items per sale. Make sure that every customer, make sure that every team member knows about how to add that one more thing. And this is what I want to make sure that they know about. This isn't about increasing sales. It's actually about increasing service. That's what you're doing. You're helping them fulfill another need that they then no longer have to go someplace else for. There's a couple of easy things you can do. You can have your team members ask, so who else can I help you cross off your list today? It's amazing how that catches people off guard because they're not used to being asked that. That's a great way to get customers, when you're engaging with the customer, to get them to think about another person you could help. Who are you shopping for today? Who else is on your list? And what about you? What would you like to get today? Who, and you. Now listen, do not take both of those strategies and just download it on your customers. Do it separate weeks. Separate that. Who else can I help you cross off your list? Try that for 1 week. And then the next week, go to the who, and you. Who are you shopping for? Who else is on your list? What about you? So do those at separate times and put it on Post-it notes. That's really a powerful way to get your team to increase the items per sale and serve your customers more. That's the point of all this, right? A couple of other things you can do in terms of merchandising around the store is making sure that you're utilizing staff picks signage. Like, this is the staff's favorite glasses, and put names by it. That's even better, is to say, Mary says she loves this book because blah, blah, blah. That is a fabulous thing to do, staff picks. Don't hesitate to have impulse tables, like a stocking stuffer table. That's always great. A hostess gift table. That's another thing, is just to make sure that every single one of you stores can sell something, can offer somebody a hostess gift. You can, I assure you. And the second Saturday in December is always the day when the most holiday parties are held. All right, so let's see what else I've got for you. So that's how strategy beats slump. Now, another thing is that, according to everything I read, in-store shopping confidence is high. They say 92% of shoppers plan to buy in person, and 80% say that they still prefer to touch, see, and experience products before deciding, which is great for us. This is your moment. Create an environment that feels alive, even if it's as simple as the scent in it, the candles you're burning, the music, handwritten signs or whatever. Remind them about why shopping local feels different. And also add a sign that counts down to Christmas. That will create so much urgency. The other staff I found that was fascinating, the third trend or shift. So the first one was that smaller baskets, people were buying fewer items. The second one is that in-store shopping and confidence is high. The third one is early shopping. Oh my goodness. Nearly half of shoppers started buying before Thanksgiving. So it seems as if fewer people are waiting until the last minute. So it could be that December might be a little quieter, but more intentional, right? So what I want you to make sure that you're doing is that you're ready to serve those stragglers well. Make sure that you're offering ready-to-go gifting, like pre-wrapped bundles, or just whatever some of your favorite never outers are. Wrap them all up and pile them high. That's a fabulous thing to do. Have a section for grab-and-go gifts under $50 and signage it that way so that people know. Also, about hostess gifts, a sign saying, forget the wine, give a thoughtful or fun hostess gift, whatever works with the way your messaging is. Something like that could be really powerful. And also, don't forget to send out an email talking about gift concierge service for anyone that has help. You give us a list, we can help you. Because what we know for sure is that those stragglers are still going to show up beyond a shadow of a doubt. We know that. Okay, the fourth thing is that, right, digital influence and AI use are growing. Not a surprise, right? More than a third of consumers, it said, used AI tools to find deals or ideas. It's very mainstream now, right? And if you haven't yet, try this before the season ends because it could really help you a lot. Use like ChatGPT or Claude AI to analyze your current sales data. So you could paste in a list of your top 50 sellers from this year and ask, what themes or customer needs do you see here? Because it allows you to expand to what else. Or you could put a list of things together that have been slow movers that seem not similar to you at all, and just ask for a reason to bundle them. And you can bundle them together and you can put them on sale a little bit. But this way you're selling more than one item. And so instead of just marking one item down, you're bundling them together and you're marking it. And so your sale will be larger and your sales will increase because you'll have a higher average sale because there's more than one item in the bundle, right? There's going to be, 1 to 3 items in the bundle. So don't be afraid to take a nice markdown on it. We want you to make sure that you're getting rid of all that stuff, right? Another great thing is you can also analyze your customer comments. You could drop in a few Google reviews and say, summarize what customers love most about our store. You'll be amazed at how clearly it shows what to double down on in the next month. And all of this will take less than 5 minutes. Remember that the thing about AI is that it cannot replace your instincts. It can't do that, but it can help you spot patterns faster and perhaps confirm what your gut already knows, but most importantly, give you information that you can take action on. That's what I love about it. And last, but certainly not least, community is the real differentiator. You know that. We've been talking about that. Shoppers are choosing experiences and connections over stuff. And so 1 in 3 are spending more on experiences than last year. So think about what in your store could be used as an experience. By that, I mean, think about, do you have puzzles? This would be a great thing for you to plug into AI, actually. Are there puzzles? Because puzzles really are an experience. Could you do puzzles on Christmas afternoon, or could you have a puzzle day, with your family? Things like that we don't normally think of so quickly, especially this time of year when you're feeling a little pulled in all directions, right? But how can some of your products create experiences? Do you have Bath and Body products that maybe friends could get together and all do face masks together or something? Do you see what I'm saying? I know I'm saying it super awkwardly, but I know that there are items you have that can create experiences for people. Think about games. The best thing about family games is all the fun that can be had during games. They literally are an experience. They are actually an experience also. So what else is there like that in your store that you could label as an experience, knowing that shoppers are paying more for them? Another thing is just including fun experiences in your store because that will continue to drive traffic, which is what we've talked about for a while. You could have a hot cocoa bar. Could you have a rate the best hot cocoa? Could you do something like donations for a food pantry and offer some sort of matching discount? Those are also experiences that will make people come into the store also. So it's 2 things. People are buying experience. How can you take the items you have and market them as experiences? And also, how can you have experiences in your store? Another thing to consider is to make your store part of the story. Part of the story of your downtown. Host a customer appreciation weekend and do a double points thing or do it with another business, another local business. I was just talking to a client today. They're actually doing a cookie walk up and down their street. I think it's the last Saturday before Christmas. That's a fun, very different idea. So customers can come and take a certain number of cookies from every different store. I mean, that's super fun. And that makes your store part of the story. So then all the stores will be talking about this to their customers, right? And all of their customers then can be telling each other, hey, let's go for that customer walk. Do you want to? It's just a fun, different thing to have rather than a shop and sip night. But make sure that you all are taking photos and that you're going to tag each other with them and thank your community. Really, it's no hard sell at all. It's just about ending the year with visibility and good vibes. So Millie's are our $1 million retailers, and this month's mindset is about finishing like a richer retailer CEO and not fizzling out like a frazzled shopkeeper or store owner, right? The day this podcast drops is the last day to buy your ticket to the 2026 Best Year Yet Planning Palooza on January 7th through the 8th. This is your chance to kickstart your best year yet with a concrete, customized, and achievable plan that you'll actually follow through with. That's what people say to us. We've been doing this for so long, and it actually works. No more wasted times, missed opportunities, or inconsistent results. This is actually a workshop where you do the work and you can get feedback on it in real time. It's a very powerful event. We have 2 VIP pass options depending on what you need for the next few weeks. Our gold VIP pass is the best option if you're feeling pretty great about 2025 and you're looking to kick off successful 2026. It includes access to both days of the Planning Palooza, and you get replays for future reference. There's also the Platinum VIP pass, which honestly is the most popular option. And this is why. Because it's your best option for ending 2025 with more cash, putting you in the best position to jumpstart a successful 2026. It includes the Planning Palooza 2-day access. It includes replays for future access. It includes the Retail Mavens Clearance Sales Secrets program. I forgot to talk about this earlier because you want to remember that all those pinkies, all those sales customers come out on the 26th of December. They're looking for bargains. So make sure you give it to them. Your thumbs aren't coming out so much then. So make sure that you have your stuff on sale. And our Clearance Sales Secrets programs tells you exactly, precisely what to do to maximize your sales, to move out the most dead inventory, and to minimize your markdowns. Therefore, getting you the most profit. That's what we care about. More profit and better sleep for our richer retailers, right? You also get the Retailer's Guide to Doing Physical Inventory and the link to grab your passes in the show notes. But you must take action today. And in fact, I'm going to talk them into extending it a little bit so you still have time. So listen, I invite you to book a call with Crystal, a game plan call. We just did a podcast about it recently. Check that out. And you find out how this game plan call can provide such clarity, can really lift the fog about what's possible for you. And if we can help you, we'll talk about that. But if not, you walk away with such a great vision of what's possible for you for 2026. By this time next year, you could be leading with clarity instead of feeling like you're catching up. That's the kind of growth our clients see. And I'd love that for you too. I would just love that. And if this episode inspired, encouraged, or changed you in some way, I'd love to hear from you. Leave us a review, connect with me over in our Facebook group, RETAILMavensFB.com, or shoot me a DM. I'll meet you back here really soon. Know that you are astonishingly fabulous and you are loved. Thank you very much.